Hello, here we are on Tumbleweed. We're doing more testing gaming. It is 9:55 Central Standard Time, August 2nd, 2023. On Tumbleweed, we got 3K, 4v4, Team 1 ANS, Team 2 OSP. Team 1, we got Not So Lone Wolf, Crow, Mechanaut, Captain Chaos. They're all in voice comms together. Team 2, it's just Virgil, Dramus, Vren 55, and Careful Crusader. Also all in voice comms together. We're gaming on the Coliseum, doing some testing branch stuff. On Team Caster here, I'm joined by Corbeau, Lobster, and Puppy from Hell. They'll be in and out. This is a little different than what we normally do. When I'm doing casting things, I'll either be rocking it solo or have one ride-along friend. But on the testing matches, I kind of like to have as many voices, as many eyes, and as many brains on the changes, what's going on in Nebulas as possible, because oftentimes we wind up spending more time talking about testing and what's different and why something is good, why something is bad, more so than actually casting the game. So that's why all these people are here. This is less than it has been lately. I know we've had a lot of casts with a lot of folks, but I hope that helps you, dear viewer, understand why we're doing all this. With all the talking. Dropping down here with, I'm pretty sure this is Captain Chaos in his Beam BB. No, it's not Captain Chaos because he's got a 250 on it and he doesn't usually bring a 250. This is Wolf! This is Wolf in his Beam Battleship. Got 250 beams, stonewalls, defenders, a little more defenders than usual in the average BBer, which I respect. And then he's got a, what is this, Reigns? He's got a torpedo and jamming and lock on. Oh, pardon, lock on Reigns. Which is a choice. Mechanaut, nice. Rocking his Sprinter Brigade. 2 groups of 3. Full of guns and torpedoes. Oh, he's actually bringing hybrids instead of torpedoes. Very interesting. So it's a little different than usual. It's a cool little build. 2 really powerful shark teams. Crow. Rail Axford. Oh, yes. Festooned with defenders. Very nice. And then presumably 2 rail destroyers as well. Yeah, to help amp up the fire rate a little bit. So the Rail Axford can play close and do all the things I've discussed as Rail Axford is being capable of doing, and the 2 Rail Destroyers to play far away and amp the fire rate there. And they've also got some 250s for self-defense. Captain Chaos rocking voxels? Yeah, triple fighting voxels. This is not very chaos-y. This is Beef's fighting voxel build. I don't know, Chaos has been toying around with. It's got jamming, it's got locking, and it's got a little bit of point defense, but it's kind of weak on the point defense. Relies a lot on staying in open spaces, on dodging, and 250 RPF, which is very powerful on its own for point defense. Careful Crusader has a torpedo bulker. Hell yeah. Some disassembly required. 128 of them. Happy to see that. That seems kind of a low count for torpedoes, though. So these might be a little expensive. We'll see. And then 1 scout, might be the scout eating a lot of the potential torpedo points. We've got Virgil, Plasma 100, Plasma 100, Plasma 100 monitors, all the way down the board.
The enemy secured zone Comet.
1 EWR tug and 1 LRT tug. Dramus with 450 on top, 250 on bottom, a solo. Some Auroras, quite a few Auroras, in fact. And a couple PVs as well. Interesting, presumably for helping to deal with torpedoes. 1 EWR monitor. A couple rocket shuttles. 1 jam shuttle. 2 jam shuttles. Okay. Right along, 2 little groups. That's nice. I respect that. We got Vren, whose shuttle's getting demolished. He's got a gun shuttle, and it's getting devoured by Mechanaut's little anti-capper team. Love to see it. He's got a Plasma 100 Bulker. Turrets on the side. And then a 450 solo. with a lot of point defense, a little bit of soft kill.
The enemy is securing
Aurora's
zone
nose
dagger.
full of RTC, of course, as everyone does. Alright, how's the game been going in the meantime? Both teams have captured their natural OSPs on Alpha and on Echo with their double Dramuses. Oh no. Careful Crusader and Dramus are on Alpha, and then just Dramus is on Echo. Capping with the shuttles.
The enemy secured
Had
zone
to give up Delta. Shuttle went out of Delta, but Meganaut was able to capture that. Looks like he's got... Yeah, Annis is concentrating kind of hard on Delta and leaving the beam battleship to handle Echo, which is honestly a pretty good idea. Beam battleship already downed, wow, very quickly. The jamming shuttle, and I have a feeling the other rocket shuttle is about to get annihilated as well. It looks like, aha, its drive got knocked offline, so it can't actually spin the rockets around to fire at the beam battleship, and that's all she wrote on that. Doesn't take much to kill a shuttle when you got a laser beam. That's gonna open up Echo for this to just hop onto it. The Enduring Conviction is gonna be able to get up there. Very nice, very nice. Plasma 100 monitors kind of have an angle on that, but I don't think Plasma 100 monitors should fight a battleship in its current state at all.
Captain Chaos just getting torped.
Yep.
The enemy is securing zone Eclipse.
Catch, where do these eat these? Looks like the starboard keel ate a bunch of those torpedoes. What was firing at him? Ah, the noob tube. Right, and this is the ship I'm most interested in. We're seeding some rail fire right now, which is actually really bad on a missile bulker of all things. Especially one with the concentrated build like this with the pontoons, which keeps everything kind of close together. Oh yeah, look at all those fires. More DC than your average missile bulker though, so it might not be as bad as I'm expecting. Because usually it's pretty brutal. Your missile bulker is getting shot really by anything, but especially rails, because you don't have hardly any DC. But again, Crusader did bring some damage control. Let's go back over to the Echo side. Looks like some plasma getting spit into the starboard of Solomon here. And some 100 mil. The 100 mil's actually doing a little bit of damage, which is very surprising to me. It's not gonna add up. Wolf can just leave and repair. Although one Stonewall got knocked out, one thruster, a main engine, another thruster, a defender, and getting and an FPA. That actually does hurt. But withering the PD down could be real dangerous if the torpedo bulker ever decides to engage this, or ever has an opportunity rather to engage this.
Can't repair the armor though.
Indeed. Plasma damage is there to stay. Yeah, it looks like he's able to dodge that, get under the cover of the rock here. He can still exert control on Echo now that he's capped it. And anything that gets obviously into an area where they can cap the point can be very brutally punished by the battleship. Don't scream at me. Another volley of torpedoes going out.
Just a lot of torpedoes.
Yes, it is, and it looks like it's going for the one of the cruisers that's already been damaged.
Let's see how the defender does. Defender, stop shooting.
The enemy is securing zone Dagger.
I wonder if he rotated out of the PD arc.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened. And that's one voxel down. A couple more coming in, just to finish things off.
I like this torps being tough to deal with. It's just black.
Yeah, what's the seeker on those?
I don't know.
Probably just a fixed active. cheapest if you don't really need anything else when you're that close.
Shame he didn't bring flak then, or chaff then.
Could also be a command torp. Those are classic mace torpedoes.
Yeah, Mace's... I think Mace Gaming's coming back, man. Boom, look at those hybrids.
The enemy secured zone
Some
dagger.
HEKP. Clonk. Coming through here, just gutting these monitors. They're still alive. They're in real bad shape. Is that coming out of the enduring conviction? No, it's got a torpedo on it. I'm not sure who fired those. Oh, I think that was yeah, that was Meganite actually. Yeah, the Chicolob. OSP in better strategic position overall. Anus is kind of stuck outside the map. With the presence of the torpedo bulker. And Echo side is obviously completely controlled by Beam Solomon, but it being trapped there does mean it's trapped there. And so the, you know, since that's stuck, like, controlling Echo, the monitors can just leave. Which is exactly what two of them are doing. Echo the Desdemona, which is mostly gutted from those HKPs, is going to go try and get a YOLO cap on it. Might also be able to convince the beam battleship to stick around for a little longer. Another volley of torps. One volley of torps, one dead voxel. A more iconic duo. And Flak really not going to cut it. Looks like they're not being lured by the chaff at all. Yeah, I'm not sure what heads are on those. Chaos tips. Very unhappy, leaves the game entirely. Plonk. Crow eating a lot of 100 mil on the nose of his destroyer. Kind of a problem.
Didn't look like there were any terminals on those torps. I wonder how they'd have done against 4 Defender Voxels instead of the thing they had going on here.
Probably pretty poorly. Although, it depends a lot on the angling. The nice thing about contenders against Voxels is they're big and the angling's a little more forgiving. But, yeah, torpedoes...
Defenders still clean up torps if they don't have maneuvers.
For sure, for sure. But it's the question is whether or not you actually get your PD angled at them.
Yeah, that's just a practice thing.
True. Speaking of defenders cleaning up torps, we're about to find out. Oh yeah. Nice thing about Axford is it's pretty easy to always have good angling. It's... Those torps are getting kind of close! Okay, it's fine.
It's good. Defender's my baby. Let's go.
Coolest looking PD by far.
You were objectively wrong. Flak, my love, my life.
Black looks pretty cool too. Doesn't have the same rags to riches story Defender does though.
Alright, y'all are both banned.
Black will never take the #1 spot until we can get Battlestar Galactica style walls of it.
Have you tried RCC Flak?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, Max Flak actually does look like that. It's just really bad because your guns are shit.
But for real, the best PD is actually beams.
Here we go. And more torpedoes. Going after the rail destroyers. I think these are command heads. The way these are splitting, these have got to be command heads. Maybe not. It's unclear. They're spinning. Okay, well those are both the rail destroyers downed. Not enough defenders. Not enough beams, really. Not enough beam PD.
Exactly.
What we're
Those
learning here.
torpedoes are doing so well, and they just haven't been able to do anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah. They've already killed off. I mean, the ship has killed off its points in vessels with slaying chaos. And then it also killed. What is this? Probably 700 points of rail destroyer. 800 maybe. I don't know. Rail DDs are kind of expensive. With all the fatty eggs you slam in them. These don't have that many. I don't know. I don't have a good feel for the price of destroyers. And then, yeah, so very worth, very worth. The plasma 100 mil able to do a lot of damage on this Axford. Seen up. Let's go over here and check in on Wolf. Wolf, how you doing on Echo? Wolf's hanging out.
Sold it.
Yeah.
Have you seen the double beam BB strat on Tumbleweed yet?
No.
You basically have a beam BB go to D and you go to E and you hang out in the little canyon in the middle. And you can cover D, E, A. It's very funny. It's probably gonna be very strong after these possible trips.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's already very strong, but it's gonna be quite more strong.
The issue we're seeing is that OSP has a close range option that is also terrifying now, in the form of the torpedo.
It's true.
Yeah, and something a lot of people don't know you can do is cruise your close range torpedoes. So if you know right where someone is, you get, instead of hopping around the corner and blasting them, you just get right up on top of a rock and then spin your torpedoes around the rock and kill them with that. And it's pretty good. Makes people very angry. But it is really good. You really got to know where someone is, though. So you got to have the scouting for that to work. So Flyswatter's going out and being soft killed by Chaff. Crusader's gonna just keep dropping that. What's up?
Wolf's gonna get his beam BB into the fight, I think. Although he looks like he's about to get torqued.
He's trying. Oh god. Alright. See you beam the torpedo. Wolf, what are you doing? Amateur hour. Clonk. 3 lands. 4 lands, actually.
That hurts, but he's okay.
He's doing pretty good, honestly. Considering.
Those beams are still up. Well,
That's
still alive,
what
anyways.
matters. He's gonna keep devouring the monitors.
If I were him, I'd really be trying to kill that torpedo liner before it reloads.
Right? I think his angling's really bad on it, though.
I guess he's managed to break line of sight.
I don't think that's gonna last for very long. Careful, Crusader smells blood. He's looping around this rock. A long haul and a sun. That's a combo.
That is a huge velocity marker.
Yeah. I usually go double
This thing is
sub
cooking.
on my missile ships, actually. You can get like 52 on flank. It's fucking glorious. Alright, here they go. God, it's moving so fast. Watching this is third person. First person, it still feels slow sometimes, but
The defenders are cleaning up, though.
yeah, they are. Only 2 more
we
lands.
land
Couple
any?
more on the nose.
2.
I saw a few on the nose. Yeah, looks like it's pretty
Yeah,
beat up
so-
in that one specific spot.
The problem with this point blank firing out of a missile bulker, is you will mask your own missiles. So like half the volley lands and then the next half comes in and they're not together. That's
How many particle accelerators does Wolf have on that BMPV?
that's a big issue. What's up?
How many particle accelerators does Wolf have on that BMPV?
I think he's got 4. 1, 2. He's got 2. And 3 E-rigs?
He's not cutting through that bulker as fast as I would have expected.
Fascinating.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean,
It's dead though. It's dead now.
he got there eventually.
Wait, I just got back. Wait, we're allowed to talk?
Yes?
In this one.
Okay. Okay, I thought like we couldn't talk since you were doing like the stream thing, like narrating.
Well, yeah, if I wanted people to
casting.
not talk, I'd fucking go off into the casting channel specifically for not having other people talk. The
okay.
reason I like to hang out here, as was mentioned earlier before
The enemy
you
is
showed up,
securing Zone
Pyro,
Atlas.
that it's nice to get the eyes and the brains of other folks since we're doing testing branch stuff.
Gotcha. So yeah, I was just sitting here, quiet like a good noodle, and then like I went to like get some waffles, and I come back and people are talking. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's totally fine. And encouraged.
Gotcha. That Exter is getting slapped.
They took out the torpedo bulker too late.
Not doing good.
Celebrating a bunch of Hybrid 3s, HEKP.
HEKP.
Yeah.
Oh, at least it's not Bow 1. Could be worse. The reinforced CIC is still active. So,
And it's getting cleaned up pretty hard. Wolf now eating a little more plasma and some 100 mil from the Carmania.
those HEKPs are probably only like size 5 warheads because they didn't breakpoint the reinforced CIC.
The enemy secured Zone Atlas.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty bloody game back and forth.
It's mostly been bloody for the ANS. The OSP's been just nuking things left and right. Really, the only thing that's done much is the new
Actually.
battleship.
Well, the only big ship that OSP really has left is like that line ship and kind of the Acello.
Dramus has an
Oh,
SLO.
actually, they have 2 Acellos actually. Yeah, they have like an LN and an Acello and like the scrapped together remains of a second Acello.
Yeah.
Well, notably, the ANS did not bring very many defenders.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
the torpedo bulker ran completely wild with relatively long-range, straight-moving torpedoes until it got to the battleship, which does mount defenders, and just obliterated it immediately.
Gotcha. Hell yeah, like torpedo bulkers are awesome. Can confirm.
Like, ANS has actually managed to secure a cap lead, and Mechanont's going to be spreading out after his cap on Alpha. He's heading for Charlie. I think he's got one heading for Delta as well, and he's probably going to have one stay on Alpha. Yeah.
Yeah, like it all comes down to this battleship. If this battleship can carry, then Anna's can do it.
I just don't
Because,
think he's going to be able to get into range of the Carmania.
Yeah, that Acello's having a field day just whacking him. But
Yeah.
it's like, how's the Solomon's armor on that side where it's being shot?
Well, it's nose on. So
Oh.
pretty good, actually.
And gotcha. Well, it's also eating plasma. Like, I think plasma is going to be like the sleeper against the new Solomon armor because you melt off the armor with like the plasma, and then like 450 HP will just go in, it won't even bounce. Yeah, so I think 450 plasma is going to be like the new way to deal with Solomons.
I don't think the armor changes are
The
going to be
enemy
staying.
secured Zone Eclipse.
Not in the
Yeah,
current
that's
state.
probably going to get nerfed.
I think the armor's actually better than the health increase. I think, or more balanced than the health increase.
Well, I think it's in combination is what's really powerful about them. So you have like the ability to heal plus the ability to mitigate damage via armor. And so the mitigation plus the overhealing results in this sort of feedback loop of not being able to lower that healing floor.
Yeah, I guess like our armor is kind of binary. Either it works or it doesn't. And like plasma makes it not work. So no matter how much armor they give the Solomon, if it just gets melted off the plasma, it will still die. But yeah, the DC changes are interesting. I don't know about this.
Don't forget there's the turret health increases too.
Oh, for the 450s, the turrets.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Good.
Honestly, like the 450 health buffs, I think they're fine. I don't really envision them being, you know, too crazy because like usually like Axfords, you know, get totaled before they lose all their guns anyway. And like Solomons, like even, well, I guess it matters more for Solomons. But still, it's like if you shoot the turret, it's still gonna die.
So what we've been running into is with the armor and the healing and the turret buff is it's pretty much impossible to pop the guns off of the Solomon.
Gotcha.
The
Well,
beams
the
are not
turret
gonna
health
buff, by the way.
increase. The turret health increase helps the Celos at least. They get to benefit from it.
That seems not to matter very much. But it is certainly noteworthy.
It didn't seem to matter that much for the Axford either. It's just a
Yeah.
combination with both the armor that makes it harder to just pile on mass damage, and the way the health works with percentage repair increase. Not in speed, but in maximum.
And I guess what it comes down to is like what role should the Solomon fill? Like what makes it worth spending all those points? And or
Well-
what can make it worth spending all those points
Living.
without and make it balance? Yeah, like
Living.
yeah, so like they're making it so the Solomon lives, so it's worth all the points they spend on it. Like it's killable. It's just very very hard to like put down permanently.
I think it's
I
in a
mean,
good
there's some
spot right now.
consensus that the current Solomon in this build is just a wee bit too resistant to gunfire, but we're still seeing OSP win games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And get kills on Solomons.
yeah, and I think the like reversion of the small workshop buff is good. Like you know, I don't think like plus 50% like max repair percentage is good. I don't think you should be able to repair a component above like 50% from nothing. That's kind of whack. So I think the reduction there was necessary. I think you know, a bit of a buff is still fine. I think that's good because it makes it so that if you like decide to restore a thruster, it doesn't immediately get blown out again. But like even if you like repair and restore components, you only get them up to like orange or maybe like orangish yellow. So yeah.
Speaking
Well,
of
I haven't
dying
known this
battleships.
Well, it's not really hurting. Not a lot of plasma on the top, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
think, yeah.
this is the point where the battleship has to just go for it, or die slowly.
Yeah, there's not much left of this battleship. He has to go hard or go home. Because they're just gonna curl him in. They have the ships for it.
Enemy is securing zone dagger.
Very little with which for him to go hard. So he's going for the cap instead.
Gotcha.
At this point, yeah, yeah.
Which I think is the better
I
choice.
don't know that there was a winning play here.
Because one of his FPAs is down, one of his reactors is down. all
Yeah.
his
You can't
rigs are
chase
down.
what's shooting him right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think the ANS is toast. Because the battleship was their last hope, and the battleship is sacrificing itself to Cappy, so I think they're donezo.
Yeah, but
Like, unless they like
Securing zone
eke out
advantage.
like a really like roundabout cap victory with like their spinners. Like they could cheese it out, sure, but they ain't winning militarily anymore. That's for sure.
Yeah, and Mechanaut's really good at doing
enemy
those camp
secured
game
zone
shenanigans.
Gotcha.
So that is a distinct possibility. Finalement. Why is Crusader speaking French?
Huh. Maybe.
The enemy is securing zone Atlas.
Maybe.
OSP has enough shells that can keep the turner point.
The enemy secured zone Eclipse.
And this battleship is still alive.
It's still kicking. But see, that's the thing. Like the Solomon is still alive technically, sure, but like
We are contesting zone
technically
Atlas.
being the operative word.
Yeah, it ain't winning any trophies.
Yeah. Like at this point, like Wolf is basically flying a gigantic metal raft. Like
Gigantic metal
He's got
raft.
2 beams left.
sure. Yeah,
60
he's got.
centimeters of duct tape.
Yeah, he's out of restores though. So once those beams get shot out, he's done.
The enemy
Underestimating a battleship with 2 beams left is the way many people die.
Well, I think the problem here is he doesn't have comms and he doesn't have radar. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and also all his reactors are getting blown out. So, like, does he even have like? Well, I guess he has 2 micros. He can technically run the beam.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
there's a
firing.
beam.
There we go.
There we go.
It's doing
That hurts.
literally nothing.
Oh,
Does
it
he
will.
have any FPAs left?
I think he has enough electricity. Oh, he did a little
thing-
damage to the T-30. He knocked
oh,
out a
there you go.
T-30.
Man,
that's-
this is
that looks- Did he structure break that?
like
No.
Dark. This is a certified volume tank moment.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was just missing all the components in the
valiant
structure
effort.
box.
Yeah, like Wolf went hard. He tried. He got the beam. He got the hit, but the bulk freighter is just so spread out on the inside. He like shot off a gun and like I don't know a component. Yeah, and now he's done. Good night.
Yeah, he'd be shorted for that. Mad respect.
Gotcha. Yeah. Last hurrah.
Indeed.
That's what I would have done.
Yeah.
The beam's not red. Are you really using it?
Can you get the side swipe on that Acello there? Like if you like twist and shoot some backpack, maybe he can beam that Acello. He doesn't have any FPAs left though, so
Yeah, that wouldn't do anything.
yeah. Yeah, that's probably why the beam didn't do anything to the bulk. Well, it did a little bit to the bulk, but that's probably why it didn't like tear up a bunch of stuff in the bulk, is because he didn't have any FPAs.
Yeah.
And yeah, a beam without FPAs is like a flashlight. It, like tickles, maybe.
Okay. Wolf and Mechanaut have
Yeah.
surrendered.
Gee,
GG. Takes to the battle report.
a valiant effort.
Indeed.
That Solomon probably took like 20k damage at least.
Ja,
Like, maybe
It's way
25K
more than
even.
that.
eller?
How much
Not bad
damage?
at killing a BB.
The
Oh,
BB?
actually not bad.
Yeah.
43k damage dealt. Oh my god.
10,000 fucking damage repaired on the battleship.
Jesus
That
Christ.
is the certified damage control little snippet right there, little slice of life.
I mean, hey, we have Covenant engineers. They work quick.
I guess.
Dude, I'm so sad that I forgot to add the corkscrew, man. I knew I was forgetting something.
Yeah, I am glad I packed that many defenders. I went into that
Yeah,
like,
man.
maybe I
that
should have
axe-
had
dude,
more Stonewall.
I was so ready to torch that rail Axford, and then it was just all defenders, and I cried inside a little bit.
Aww.
But still, I think
They
43k
are
damage
command,
is
they
respectable
fucking
for.
do it.
Like
I-
honestly, Crusader, like I love seeing a torpedo bulk. Mad respect.
Literally, it's the only thing I wanted to play. I was like, this is what's happening today, and here we are.
I made a bit of
Yeah.
an oops. Because I saw Vren's bulker over there earlier. I thought that was when I saw another bulker later. I assumed that was still Vren's,
okay.
so I charged into it, and then I'm like, oh wait, that's the Torp bulker. Oh.
Oh
Right?
shit!
Speaking of
Do I
Vren's
do I
Bulker-
qualify for the Reaper Man
No.
thing?
So
This branch.
yeah, test branch.
Oh, test
So,
branch.
I feel like
32,000.
plasma it really helps against the new Solomon armor.
Yeah, that was like after the first engagement, I turned my like sides to get fresh armor facing. Like I had to like, the plasma was tough enough, and like a few of the torps got through and kind of melted the front bit, but after
Yeah.
that, everything else was just from plasma and guns.
Oh man, Lone
Wait, so
Wolf.
Oh yeah.
Your first beam strike on me after I rounded the corner kind of just hit nothing.
Yeah, that's
I was-
the problem with
I was
bunkers.
really hoping I was gonna be able to get a second salvo win, but nah, you
Nah,
need the
I
B-shirt.
slammed that B short button. I was like, fuck no. Get me out of here.
That
Do you
was a
get
valiant kill.
XP? Do you get XP in the fleet editor? Do we know?
What do you mean?
What?
Like like towards rank up in like the garbage, Commodore,
the
all
fleet
that.
editor?
The test branch?
Yeah, that's what I
test
said.
branch.
Test branch, yes. No, you said fleet editor. You didn't say
You said
test
fleet
branch.
I said fleet editor, dude. I'm
So I get
so
it.
tired.
Fleet editor. I was so
You
confused.
good?
Dude, like it's been like back to back 12s, so I'm a little tired.
Honestly, to me, like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's because I was tunnel vision, like, hard focused on my side, but it felt kind of like OSP's starting to get the hang of it against the
Yes.
Solomons. Because, like, I don't know. I felt like that game I had to play, I couldn't be too reckless. I had to play, like, not like entire. I obviously survived a lot longer than a live branch beam battleship would, but I still, like, had to play cautious. Like, I still had to.
But well, you
respect the enemy.
should have to, if you ask me.
Yeah.
It's
If
all
you-
the
I know, but, like, in
torpedoes
previous-
and all the plasma is what
Yeah.
did that. It's a big
Torpedoes
thing.
and plasma are what I'm seeing work.
Yeah. Against the big
Torpedo
ships.
gaming.
Wait, so my plasma actually did something to you, Wolf?
Oh yeah. The
Oh yeah,
plasma was
yeah.
a
I
big
was
deal.
getting melted. Like I survived so long by bow tank, but I was basically out of the game when my front thrusters got grinded down. Because then like I just couldn't move anywhere.
I was wondering why you weren't like just charging me down. I'm like, why is Wolf not
because
charging me
there were 3 of you, and you were all keeping just out of range. And
Mm.
also there was the feeder behind me that back capped E. So I went back to cap E, and then I charged at someone, whoever that was, and beamed him.
Oh yeah,
Ah.
no. You already knocked out the magazine with that first beam attack, so I decided I'll sacrifice it.
Rip.
down? Good play though. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
ready.
fun.
It
Oh.
died for the cause.
Alright, I'm gonna close it out and then get a new lobby rolling while I'm doing that.
You're gonna be like my last
Yeah.
one. Alright, do you want
Yeah.
one?
New lobby
Fuck it,
up
we ball.
here
One
shortly.
more, we
Uh,
ball.
Okay. That was that. You heard everybody's thoughts. God damn, we have another extremely full lobby. Some more people came in. What's a good name, dear viewer? What do you think? This is not a test. This is just a tribute. Boom, I'm a legend. OSP's getting the hang of things. So what I foresee happening here shortly, and you're not allowed to do this, by the way, since we're talking about it in advance. What's going to happen whenever the testing branch does go live and capitals do get a buff is OSP players are going to be flipping shit for about a day, maybe 2, about how unkillable capitals are. And that's simply not true. I think they're going to get nerfed very slightly from their current state based on all the feedback that we're having. And then that will eventually go live, maybe a couple weeks. I don't know. I'm just like, this is purely shot in the dark based on what I've seen Mezzer do in the past. And I haven't been around that long either, to be fair. And I don't exactly have access to any of the tester shit. So that's my guesstimation, and you can see from the last game and from some of the other games we've played that even in the battleship's incredibly powerful state, it is very killable. It is quite killable. And I think that is a very good thing. It's significantly more beefy. You have to bring the right tool for the right job. And so it's actually worth now sinking 3,000 points into these absurd monstrosities. If you want to participate in these events or just in hanging out and talking about Nebulous, I have a Discord link down in the description. No one is sponsoring these testing games, by the way. Like, no one's asked us to do this. We just do this because we're weird and we like to have fun, and testing games are a blast. Because you get to experiment with new and weird things. And it's, I don't know, it fills me with warm fuzzies. I'd kind of rather be gaming than casting, but it's nice, real nice, to be able to provide this perspective to Ewans. So, next game. We're getting rolling. Lobby's coming together. We can see it right here. I'll see you in the battle space. You have a good one.